How to get the prediction of new data by LSTM in Python. This is a univariate time series prediction problem. As the following code shows, I divide the initial data into a trained dataset, trace, and a test dataset, test. Then I create a LSTM network by keras. Next, I train the model by the trained dataset. However, when I want to get the prediction, I need to know the test value. So my problem is, why do I have to predict since I have known the true value, which is test dataset in this problem? What I want to get is the prediction value of future time. If I have some misunderstandings about LSTM network, please tell me. Thank you.
Why do I have to predict since I have known the true value, which is test dataset in this problem?
What I want to get is the prediction value of future time.
In ML, we give test data x and it returns as of y.
In the case of time series, it may mislead a beginner a bit as we use the x and output is apparently x as well. The difference here is that we are inputting old values of time series as x and the output y is value of same time series, but we are predicting in future. Can be applied for present or even past as well, as you have identified it correctly. PS, I would recommend you to begin with simple regression and then come to LSTMs etc. if all you want is to learn the machine learning.
Since we don't have the future value with us while training the model, we just divide the data into train and test sets. Then we just imagine that test sets are the future values. We train our model using train set and also usually a validation set. And after our model is trained, we test it using the test set to check our model's performance.
I think the correct term in this context is forecasting. A good explanation is, after you train and test your model, with the data that you already had, as the other ones said here before me, you want to predict future data, which is, I think, the truly interesting thing about recurrent networks. So in order to make this, you need to start predicting the values from one day after your final date in your original dataset, using the model, which is trained with this past data. Once you predict this value, you do the same thing, but considering the last values predict, and so on. The fact that you are using a prediction to make others' predictions, implies that it's much more difficult to get good results, so it's common to try to predict short ranges of time. The exact code that you need to perform to do this could vary, but I think that is the prime concept. In the link below, in the last part, in which is perform a forecast, the author shows us a code and an explanation on how he did it. This URL. I guess that's it.
If you want to see more, please consider subscribing.